He kept on asking for a cell phone.
And what was the tone of voice that he used when he was asking for a cell phone?
He was just very insistent.
Did you say it more than once?
Yes.
How many times do you think he said it?
I can't be sure.
Okay. Ballpark?
I would say at least a half a dozen times.
Okay. And that was in your presence, right?
Yes.
Okay. And did you offer him something?
I offered to try and locate the phone for him.
Okay. Did you have a cell phone with you at the time?
Yes.
Did you offer him your cell phone?
I may have. I was interviewed by the Revere Police Department of the State Police. I know that there are records. I don't know if I can see those to recall.
Okay. So just so we talk about that, after you responded to the scene and dealt with Officer Soto, at some point you go to the Revere Police Station.
Yes.
And at the Revere Police Station, what happens?
At the Revere Police Station, I was questioned.
Okay. And are you questioned in a recorded session?
Yes.
Okay. So your words were recorded, right?
Yes.
All right. Let me show you the document. Just take a look at the first page. Does that appear to be a transcript of the recording of your interview that day?
Yes.
Let me ask you to take a look at the answer that you gave on the bottom of page 2. Take a read through that, see if that refreshes your memory. Does that refresh your memory as to whether you offered him your cell phone?
Yes, it does.
Did you offer him your cell phone?
Yes, I did.
And what was his reaction to that?
His reaction, according to what I stated that same morning, was that he said, no, I need my cell phone.
Okay. And did you do something when he insisted on getting his cell phone?
Yes.
What did you do?
I exited the vehicle. Again, these are very unusual circumstances for us. I did exit the vehicle and asked another officer, an officer in charge, whether it was a sergeant or lieutenant, whoever was in charge of the scene, for that officer's cell phone.
And do you know if the cell phone was provided to Mr. Soto?
I was told that the cell phone could not be retrieved.
Wait, is there an objection to this?
In terms of what he was told, yes.
Did you see? Did you see the cell phone or a cell phone be provided to Officer Soto?
No.
And you testified that these were very unusual circumstances for us. What do you mean by that?
Unusual in that when we get to the scene, we don't sit on scene for.
Go ahead, you can make the choice.
Thank you, Your Honor. When we get to the scene, when we're called for somebody who has chest pain, we like to take them to the hospital right away, and we were on scene for an extended period of time. And when asked if we could take Officer Soto to the hospital, we were kept on being told that we couldn't for whatever reason.
So you were asking others if you could take Officer Soto to the hospital?
Yes.
Do you recall who you asked?
Without a doubt, would have been my supervisor and perhaps other people that were in charge there.
And And what were you told about whether you could take him to the hospital?
We were told that we couldn't leave.
So, and what's the reason that you ordinarily take somebody with chest pain to the hospital right away?
As they say, time is muscle, so someone is having a heart attack, the last thing you want to be doing is sitting on scene with somebody who's having a heart attack.
When you arrived at the scene, did you see, well, did you take vitals, or did you see Leanne Crafton take vitals from Officer Soto?
Yes.
Did you do that, or did she do that?
I'm sure that we both shared those responsibilities.
Okay. And at some point, did you see Officer Soto in the back of the ambulance?
Yes.
When Officer Soto was in the back of the ambulance, did something happen?
You're going to have to...
Well, let me ask you this. Was he attached to any monitoring equipment?
Yes.
Did anyone else get into the ambulance with him besides you and Leanne Crafton?
Yes.
Who got into the ambulance with him behind the Revere High School?
There were two different people that entered the vehicle besides Leanne and I.
Okay. Can you tell us who they were?
One, I believe, was the union representative,
Okay.
and the other one was someone investigating the incident.
Okay. And is that a situation that you've encountered before?
No.
How many scenes have you responded to as an EMT or paramedic?
Hundreds. In over 22 years of doing this.
All right. And as a result of what you saw, did you say something to your partner, Leanne Crafton?
Yes.
What did you tell? Did you tell her to do something?
Yes.
What did you tell her to do?
Because of the unusual circumstances and the length of time that we were there, I suggested that while she were in the back, because there was a time where we were in essence asked to leave the back of the ambulance, which again is unorthodox. I suggested that she should take notes because we were certain that it was going to go to trial, and the whole thing just
Objection.
did not seem right.
Sustained.
So you told